Guys, and welcome to today's stream slash VOD. Today we're going to continue with our experiments with the new patch units. In this case, hopefully some mountain gameplay finally, because it's very hard to get those to work. They don't really counter many units that I have trouble with, and most of the time they are not an issue for the boards because they don't counter air very well, and if they do, you need to invest a lot. But we'll see. Maybe we can get it going. Might also be a solution to go into 2 versus 2. We'll see how that one will go. Agamemnon. Okay. Good old Greeks. Okay, I think we'll start out with a training spec here, because I would like to see if that works with the hounds. And it has some storm collars. I think that's a decent setup to run here. He has a aggressive steel ball opener, most likely. But I think I will just deploy as normal against that. Something like this. Not sure about the intensive training. I think probably onto the right dog here. He goes for arc lights. Okay, so standard play with some very, very late steel ball action. Has armor on the arc lights, but doesn't have charge shot. And fangs are just normal setup. Okay. Looks like he has no plan what to do with his current setup. At least very little what he's showing. Let's say it like that. Okay. So the dogs are on the correct side, but they are still getting wrecked by the steel balls, which is quite bad, because I don't want them to have the XP. But we might be able to kill the steel balls outright on this side. Yeah, the other ones are not low enough. I think they will survive this. Sabertooth spec. Yeah, it's unfortunate, because those steel balls level this turn. Mass-produced Phoenix. Could actually go for that one. I'm not sure how good it is against steel balls, but I think it should be pretty decent. I haven't played that in a long time. So in this case we can just go a bunch of them, since they're very, very cheap. And essentially we'll use them to snipe the arc lights and whatnot. Could also go for a cheese one here. Try to get that tower. Yeah, sure, why not? He goes even more into steel balls. Okay. Good thing I have EMP on the Phoenix system, if we actually need that against Mech Division. He also went for mass-produced Phoenixes, apparently. So we should win that round here. Yeah, I don't like the Phoenix positioning here. I think they should have been more to the left, because the fangs might actually catch them. But on the other hand, the Stormclaws will get rid of them no matter what happens. And the steel bolts will not touch my tower, which is nice. Okay, looks pretty good. Now he has his Sabertooth turn. Ooh, mass-produced sledgehammers as well. Can we go full mass-produced here? I mean, they're all okay units. Even against the steel balls. Nah, I think I will stay with the dogs for now. And talking about dogs, I think I would want some more. And then we will add some crawlers. Probably one crawlers even here. So they distract the steel boards a little bit longer. And then attack. Because we need to get rid of those steel balls. He goes for a Sabertooth in front and double upgrades on the tower. Interesting. Sabertooth does have secondary armament and missile interceptor. But no range on these. Interesting. A random missile for some reason? I'm not sure what this is about. But that only means we need a Fang here earlier. Because it's gonna kill one of my hounds. Which I don't like. He now has his own Phoenix deploys, so we have to be a little bit careful about that one. It's the same setup of techs as I do. It looks like our chaff clear is lacking, because we don't have enough hounds in the right positions. Other than that, it's just a Phoenix game. The hounds cannot kill the steel balls fast enough, so we probably need more units to counter the steel ball. Okay, I think Mustang sounds like a great idea here. Why the hell not? Range them too. They're good against the steel balls because they are chaff essentially, and they're also decent against the Phoenix army. I think I'll invest into another crawler here, and then we can add a flanking dog. Then we will add some oil here. He might go for the... He might actually go for the cheese again, so I think I will play around it this time. Because I don't like losing my units immediately. You can do something like that. Split off the crawlers a little bit. He also goes for the Mustangs, makes sense. And he also invested attack, but he decided not to do it in the end. Okay. I could also hit the quantum reassembly, because we have these forward units that could respawn. Okay, this time the steel balls die a little bit faster. Although maybe I should have hit the anti-tank shells here. I think that would have probably been a good play. But I think now it's a little bit too late, because there's already so many Mustangs on the field. So Mustangs were a pretty good job, I think, for the both of us. But his board state is the better one, because he does not have to deal with units that don't do anything like I do. Okay, advanced power system. Do we want to run at him? Probably not. I will add some more dogs here. So they can hopefully do their chaff clear job a little bit better. And other than that, I'm really behind on crawler deploys right now. So we probably need some more there as well. I think I wanted to have it on this side because of that Mustang. Crawler is fine. I don't think I want to miss anything. Okay, let's add the unlocks for the arc lights and that's it. Okay, he goes for range on the arc lights as well. But again, he doesn't have charge shot, so that's pretty nice for us. So our doggies could be scaling quite nicely. We also do have the armor tech against the Mustang if we want to. Could also hit the fire upgrade for a turn. But now they hopefully have some more DPS against the steel balls and all that stuff that is running at us. Need another crawler unit here, most likely. Okay, steel balls are getting killed, but there is no hound left here to defend against the Mustangs afterwards. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the hound openers, but I didn't have a good opener anyway. So that's why I always choose the hounds, just to see if I can win with just stress testing them. Range. Range is pretty good, but it's very expensive. I could probably afford it, but I don't want to. I think the oil is overdue. I should have done that last turn. Okay, what else? I think some more Phoenix firepower would be nice, because we're not killing the steel balls fast enough. Could also go for range to keep them alive for a little bit longer. Then, as I said, we probably do need some crawlers. Still got some money left. I think I will just hit the attack button here. Something like this. He goes for photon. Okay, interesting. Not really sure why, but it's good that he does that into a oil round. That's quite nice. Yeah, Jeff Clay is still not looking too hot. The doggies do not have a defensive front line and they die to the Mustangs too quickly. So I think the correct play would have been to actually hit the armor upgrade that turn. But I'm not sure about that one, because the Phoenix always makes this complicated. The Phoenix, mass-produced Phoenix, is just a broken card. And I do not have a setup to use the Phoenix as well. And that is probably the main issue there. Ah, he clicked a range on the steel balls. That's why we weren't killing them fast enough. Could go for a sledgehammer here, but I don't have run armor. Otherwise it would be nice. Farseer maybe? And the Farseer is pretty terrible into this kind of board state. I think the sledgehammer is probably the better option. So we'll try the dog solution this turn. And we probably need some more crawlers here. And I will try subterranean as well. Hopefully get crawlers in a little bit faster. He goes for anti-missile and undoes it. Okay. He wants to go missile interceptor. Apparently he's afraid of fire, because otherwise this doesn't make any sense. Yeah, this flank here I don't like. It's too easy to shut down with the flankage there. Oh, he goes for the sledgehammer flank. The classic. I'm not even sure if that's so great for him because he delays the hounds, but I think I'm too far behind on the board anyway. The steel balls are just super annoying to deal with, because usually you always need a scorpion or something like that to deal with them, and I don't have anything that requires a scorpion other than the steel balls. So I think if I have the choice, I would go for a steel ball opener anytime I have the chance. I think that would be a good idea for today. Not even to play aggressive. They are just annoying per se. And the main reason why this worked is because I used the upgrade on the hounds turn 1, and then he got the XP from killing those said hounds, which didn't work out in my favor, as you could see. Okay, I wanted to tell... Ah, yeah. I will actually put the armor back on the sledgehammers. I think sledgehammers with... oh, damn it. I was gonna say, the armor does work better. Oh, I know, Salt Monkey. Yeah, he's playing in the tournaments quite often. I think the armor upgrade at the moment is better on the sledgehammer than the feet maintenance. I rarely need feet maintenance. But maybe we will need it. Not sure about that one. I don't click either upgrade very often, so not really the kind of play. But yeah, anytime I see more than one steel ball unit on the field, I think I have to deploy a dedicated counter unit, because the other units do not kill steel balls fast enough. The mass-produced Phoenix doesn't do anything against the level 2 balls there. They're already out of control. So we would have a good decision. Either Fortified or Typhoon. Typhoon has more HP. But I think in this case I would actually like the Sledgehammer more. Has better matchups. He goes for Sledgehammer as well, and he has Training Spec. Okay. I guess we will drop some crawlers here. Don't like those setups. And then we have to see what we do with the fangs here. I think I want one front fang in this case. Just so we have a buffer for the marksman. He goes pretty far back and goes for the level up on the marksman. He runs elite marksman, charge, range, and air. Okay. Yeah, I think the fang unit here was a good idea. Because it buys my sledgehammers time to not get targeted by marksmen. Then the crawlers come in. And then the fangs are hopefully in as well. But for now he has a better setup just because of the intense training that one turn. That will one-shot my sledgehammers. Other than that, these sledgehammers don't do anything. His ticks are pretty standard, same as mine. So nothing new coming in there. Okay, Phantom Rays. A bit stronger against me than for him. Rave, same idea. And Typhoon. I think I'll try to play the Stormcaller here. Just have that one in the middle. Okay. I don't think we need more damage output. We just need some more chuff coming in a little bit later. And I might play around the air threat here, but I don't really want to. If I want to play around air, it's gonna be next turn for sure. Okay, he goes for the Phantom Ray. He has oil on it. So he auto wins that round, but also means that we can hopefully deploy something fun next turn. Me being fortified, it doesn't do anything for my specialist specifically, but for the rest it's fine. I think the level 2 caller will probably do more work overall than the Phantoms will. But I don't have any carry units on the board, so that's gonna be a little bit painful. I'm not really sure what I want to play here. I think I would like Raiden. But the Raiden is not really the greatest to bring out early because it's very expensive. Missile Strike and Wasp. I mean, the Missile Strike is really juicy here. But is it juicy enough? That's the question. I don't think so. Okay, what do we deploy against those units? Could also go for some Mustangs, because he doesn't run armor on the Phantoms. But Mustangs untacked are pretty bad into the rest of the units. Could drop a Farseer. See if how the new Farseer works against them. It's actually a great case if I want to try new stuff. Or we can just deploy a few Wasp. That would also be pretty nice. Actually, I think I will try the Wasp this turn. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Tech we don't need. Yeah, not sure what to do with the rest of the money. I think it's fine like this. He deploys some side crawlers. And distracts my Stormcaller. I mean, for one Stormcaller, that's actually quite expensive. Not really sure if that's worth it in the end for him, but we'll see. So Wasp Drop will take the tower. And that means our Wasp get a good old advantage early. And the nice thing about the Wasp is they do pretty well against Phantom Rays, and they also block the marksman from doing their job, which is shooting my sledgehammers. So even if I don't stick to my Wasp plan, I think they will still do fine here. Ooh, extended range. So he can actually go for the full Phantom Ray range meme if he wants to. Interesting. I think I'd rather have the laser sight here. I also do have a level on the sledges, but I'm not sure if I want to level the sledge on the Phantom Race side. Sounds a little bit iffy, to say the least. I think I want to go for the Farseer. I have not played with the Farseer in its new iteration. Will not take it for now. Nice little oil out, and that's it. Mustangs? Yeah, there's the Mustangs. He does run HE. So the Mustangs do need a solution, but as you can see on my board, there's a distinct lack of chaff clearing units in general, so we can wait for the next unit drop, hopefully, and then see how it goes. He has improved melting point. Interesting. So there's not going to be a melting point drop. That's what that means. So Farseer should be doing pretty okay against Phantom Race, even if they are leveled. Gets him a good amount of XP as well, because he has level 3 Phantom Race here. A way how we can make those Wasp a little bit more useful, even late game, is just beacon them to the middle, because the marksman will still shoot at them. Farseer does the job here. Nice. It's a nice cheap solution to multiple problems here. Ah, there we go. A no unit that we want to have, because they don't deal with the Mustangs very well. I guess the Typhoon does, but I don't like Typhoon into those units. So I think we will just go for a cell here. Just bring out the big boys. This sets me behind on tempo for sure, but I think it's gonna be necessary later. And if we're falling behind on chaff clear too fast, we will have trouble anyway. And we do have an oil turn, so it only makes sense. Ooh, anti-missile on the Saber. Wonder why he does that. Just for the one Stormcaller here? I mean, it's a lot of investment here with the beacon and whatnot to stop one level 2 Stormcaller. Ah, the Vulcan got stuck on the Sabertooth. That's actually quite bad, because we do not get any additional chaff clear this turn. Until that Saber is down, at least. So this is an obvious problem that came with the new unit drop here, so we do need to address the our lack of DPS by some margin. Yeah, the oil ignites, but it's a little bit too late. But I guess it still made a difference, so it was okay in the end. Still got the Sabertooth to add some extra here. Oh, nice. It's a level on the Vulcan. That's really nice. Also Lightning Storm, pretty good. Because I'm dragging all his units towards the middle. So I think we have to take that one. Much like so. We'll upgrade that Vulcan. Probably one Scorch even. I think the first thing I do is I sell the Stormcaller, because he already got all the value that we need. We'll add the shields here. Yeah, I think I do want the Scorch. And other than that, we probably need some more cannon fodder for the incoming melting points that he will have. And since the higher leveled Phantom Rays on this side, I will upgrade the Farseer. So we have some more DPS on the field against that one. Okay, he goes for the Lightning Storm. Makes sense. Can we hit the Mustang? Yeah, kind of. Ah, this Farseer got screwed over. He's a little bit too far forward. The interception on the Saber Teeth doesn't really matter too much against the Farseer because they have pretty high missile damage, so to speak. But we do not have any solution to the Stormcallers at the moment. That's quite painful. So we have to be a little bit careful about that one because he's spamming the Stormcallers like it's nobody's business. Oh, my poor shield got down. On the other hand, the Vulcan is getting pretty scary for him because that thing does only require an upgrade and then it's gonna wreck him alone. Okay, this one also has an upgrade. Very nice. Rhino Salt and E-Mech. Don't think the Rhino's relevant here, so I think E-Mech might be nice because we can clip the shield here. Would actually like to get incendiary missiles down, but not sure if we can afford it. I will keep the Wasp for now. On this front, we do need Fangs for sure. Because our Vulcans got a little bit too quickly destroyed. I will actually shield again, and this time we will drop some interception here. Yeah, I'm not sure about selling something. I could sell the Farseer, I guess. It's not really the juiciest sell, though. Also goes for Vulcan. Interesting. Nice, look at that. Triple EMP value on the shields. That's very nice. Now, usually I wouldn't run these missile interception devices that early, but they are very good against the even the Phantom Rays. So I don't think there's a reason not to do it. And now we have a little surprise turn where he doesn't actually get to do what he wants. And our Vulcans don't get stuck to the shields here, which they would have, because I don't have the greatest shield break at the moment. I'm always confused with this Vulcan, because this is a level 2 Vulcan in my eyes, but it's just a skin. It's pay to win. Yeah, perfect. Shields stay up. Interception devices stay up. Oh, there's the Raidens. But I think it's too late. Okay, he attacked Saber Teeth, actually. Interesting. Overlord, Raiden, Arclight. To be fair, none of these units are really that interesting. So what's good against my board? Maybe Overlords? Yeah, I guess so. What could we do with that one? I think I will try to make a little side play. Those overlords, and then like so. He goes for fortress instead. Okay, interesting. So in this case, I like the Overlord because we do break the shields, and then the oil this turn is very effective because of the Overlord in general. And the other side is not really losing heart or anything. It's just a little bit iffy. But I mean, as soon as the tower debuff comes in, I think we are fine. What is this fire? I didn't actually pay attention. Has he fire collar? No. Okay. Should be enough. GG. Yeah. I think that's the best I could do with that unit drop, because the unit drop wasn't really that good for me, but a little cheese flank when he's already struggling with against the Wasp here is always nice to have, because the Wasp only get answered by Mustang, and the Mustangs are very weak to fire, and that oilage is very strong because I got it so early. I have it back this turn. The thing with Lightning Storm and Electro Mag Blast is they never come back online, so they're actually very expensive. Whereas the oil and the Wasp drop is very inexpensive, considering you will use it twice, hopefully. I mean, if you don't, you're dead anyway. It doesn't matter if you have the spell value or not. Probably not gonna work. So if the cards are not in your game plan's favor, then sometimes you have to make it a switch, like that one, and then you get to fight them. Okay, Sabertooth's back here. Not the greatest opening pack, but I think it's fine to test stuff out. There is another Sabertooth. This time without the interception possibility. And there's also a bunch of crawlers, which means we do need to fight that. I think I want to go for a different setup here. I always want to try the ASIM defense. Looks a little bit wonky, but I think it actually has merit in some matchups. And I think this is one of them. He goes for Arclights himself, okay. He does have anti-aircraft ammunition, so also no charge shot. And the crawlers are stock basic, no normal. No adjustment for my hand required here. Looks like a pretty aggressive push actually. It's not even mid-range. I think it's pretty much as forward as you can get. Typhoons we need to respect, so we have to prepare an answer to Typhoon flanking and all these nasty things that will come. Yeah, this is exactly why I deployed the Stormcallers on one side, because I usually expect some sort of frontal aggression or other cheese. And this way we have enough firepower to clear the chaff, and also hopefully enough firepower to clear those saber teeth in one go. And I can afford some Fangs here just being useless, that's fine. Because we do have the Stormcaller advantage. Ooh, extended range Arclight. Now, last time I clicked that button, I did not enjoy it because the crawler gets really, really resistant to Arclights as soon as you click that. So I think this time I will not do that. He might go for a shield airdrop actually, because it's a pretty good move in these kind of scenarios. What do we want? Some more Chaff Clear and some more DPS would be nice. Distraction Crawler would be also okay. I think I will actually take the shield airdrop. And put it backwards pretty much. So add one more Arclight here. And then I will also add a unit of crawlers in the side here. Little bit more defensively than I usually should. Yeah, there we go. It's exactly what we expected. He chooses to defend this tower with a crawler, but that just means that this crawler will attack my tower. So it's a pretty good move, I think. But we will deploy Arclights anyway, and then this flips around and this flank destroys him. So I think that's absolutely fine. It doesn't even work this turn, okay. The Fangs barely managed to hold. But again, we are waiting for Typhoons here. Everything else is irrelevant. Laser Sight, Elite Sledgehammer, and Rhino Assault. Okay. I think that is probably a Rhino. Also Arclight range. One more Arclight in front. And we also need a crawler in the middle. Can we get some splits here? I guess, kind of. Three splitting crawlers is actually quite nice. Yeah, sure. Wonder what he does with the improved firepower. I guess he's gonna buy a Typhoon, put it in a corner here. Arclight in the corner, okay. Also picks up a laser sight. So I guess he doesn't want to spoil the surprise or something like that. I'm not sure. Now what I would like to have here is Wraiths or boats. Scorpions. Or the big boys. Tower is still not saved, by the way. Could snipe that. I think the best turn to snipe that is next turn, so I can react the turn afterwards. Okay, Rhino is going through, so this round is toast, but I think before the Rhino even is in, everything dies. Okay. I guess the Rhino drop wasn't really the greatest value. But that's just because he's losing really, really badly on the front here. Okay, so now it's Typhoon time. Ooh, Steel Ball's also very nice against Typhoons. Phantom Ray could work because we can enable Burst Mode and just remove their shields. Sledgehammer. more of a stalling unit against them, not really the answer, I think. I think I will keep the Phantom Ray plan alive here. Get them on both sides in case something funny happens. I think this is a Stormcaller turn. And I will also add some more fangs to this tower just in case something weird happens. We will keep the Sabertooth for now. Then I guess I could also add one more Arclight. In case we need something later. Okay. He goes for the boat push instead. Okay, that's fine with me. So boat push coming in with other cannons and cheese. That's all he has. So he has a cheese turn with the jump drive and the mothership. So that's going to be pretty dangerous. Other than that, we just need an answer to the Overlord in general. And he also chooses to go for Mustangs, which we already countered with the Arclight. So I guess that's just Arclight upgrades then. Somehow he got that tower. That was very weird. I don't think the Overlord should have shot that tower with the other cannon there. Yeah, I guess we even win. Holy moly. Okay, Wasp Bomb, Laser Sight. I think this is another Wasp Swarm. Question is where? Could go right here. Stormcaller play unfortunately did not work out, but that's fine. Overlords both are leveling, which is not good. And then there's the Typhoon here. So Arclights do need upgrades because of the Mustang party here. And we do something like this. Upgrade that tower. Oh, didn't manage to put it down. Oh, this is bad. There's another crawler here. Okay. Did he... oh, no. I was gonna say, did he upgrade range? No, he didn't. He just clicked the enhanced range button. Ah, that doesn't work. I thought I had the missile onto the Overlord, but apparently with the laser sight, he dodged that one. Okay, that was my bad. I did not see the non-existent laser sight. Yeah, that's a round loss for sure. Because we don't have enough anti-air chaff. I thought he only had one laser sight, but he has two because there was a double drop there. Yeah, that was my bad. Okay. I think we skipped that one. Yeah, the problem here was the crawler straight up dying. What can we go as an anti-air unit? Could go for a melting point, but it's very, very expensive to do so. I think we will keep the phantoms here. We just do need some more chaff clear, so to speak. But I really do wonder, can I not hit that Overlord with a missile? I'll try again. Maybe I misposition. Unit range here for sure. One more phantom in the front. One more phantom in the back. Not sure about the phantoms, but I just wanted to try it out. Yeah, apparently I cannot hit the overlords with a missile here. That's actually quite bad, because I want to slow them down at least. But we can't really make it. 120 range on an overlord. Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. For now, it's just ASIM versus ASIM. So if I can snipe enough of his support units, I might be able to one-shot the boats in one fell swoop, like this. Okay? The saber tooth, by the way. Maybe I should have sold that saber some time ago, but, you know, oh, maybe not. GG. Okay. Did work out. So the reason why this Phantom Ray stuff works is because the Phantom Ray gets increased attack damage and also has the 10 missiles at the same time. So if they ever connect to one boat, he's dead. Now the reason why this cheese usually works is because you get tower too quickly, so you need to upgrade it, otherwise the paralyzing effect will kill you. And the reason why I did the Phantom Ray here is because he's really disrespectful to air. There's 0 air anti-air here, so we can take out the tower really, really quick. But these Phantom Rays didn't do anything. They should have been beaconed to the side, and then we can attack him on this front. But I was too lazy to beacon them, to be fair. When stress testing, it's not always optimal to play with all your tools too, because you don't know the limits of the unit. If you can make this work without this investment, then you usually have another answer if he decides to sell one boat and just go completely opposite direction, which I think he should have probably done. But yeah. Overlords versus boats is a very, very complicated matchup, I think. Do we go supply here or do we go for the balling? Kind of hard to say. I think I haven't played this one since the latest nerf. Oh yeah, he also has the ball cheese coming. Okay. So it's pretty much mirrored. Do we send a 200 cost unit or do we not? Sledgehammers are quite okay against all of this, but they are very slow. Spiders would be nice because we get chaff clear. Could also air cheese in case he decides to cheese. Hounds are okay, I would say, at best, but not the greatest. I think I want to try this one. Do I have an aggressive setup with that one? Kind of. Yeah, sure. I like that. He sails out of the steel balls and goes for a standard deployment. Interesting. And that on a Rhino spec too. Look at these big holes. There's Vulcan holes here. Very interesting. There's just one problem with this plan. Steel balls are very powerful units early. So he has to be very lucky with a unit drop. Otherwise this is gonna backfire very, very badly. And you can already see why. Tower debuff is completely wasted. This D-ball might die. Ah! No, he did survive. He dies afterwards, but that doesn't matter. And these D-balls will get killed by the Tarantula too. Yeah, a decent amount of XP. Not the greatest, but it's fine. Okay. Some Hounds, Farseer, Marksman, and Sledgehammer. That's a pretty hard one. Maybe a Farseer in the corner. Because we do need a unit to defend this tower for sure. Something like this maybe. And then I will add I think just one more unit of balls is actually quite nice. And that's it. Yeah, there's the Vulcan. Who would have thought? I think that means we need Tarantula range, otherwise the Spear Balls can't reach the Vulcan. These Steel Balls will tank for the crawlers and whatnot, so we have some chaff left when we come over here. But you can see here the Steel Ball plan does not work unless you have sufficient chaff clear, which we don't. And the Tarantula was just not in range fast enough. But I think we still have this round with the Farseer support, or do we? Not quite. Orange Man did a very good job there. Sub-Marksman, Absorption Module. Absorption Module is very good for him. Should probably pick that one. I will take it. So in this case, we don't need the Farseer. I will remove that. But we do add another Spideroni. Somewhere over here. Range the balls. This is some pretty early commitment, but I think it's okay in this case scenario. I fully expect some air cheese coming in pretty soon. I think the absorption probably was a mistake, because I would like energy absorption anyway. I think the absorption module should have been on a Tarantula. I think there was a misplay on my part. Could have done that better. More crawlers, okay. that's okay with me, because we want to go Tarantula range anyway, as I was saying. And this upgrade you shouldn't ever do against steel bolts. It's just inefficient as heck. Does not really work. Okay, steel bolts stay out of Vulcan range because they have range themselves now, which means they will latch onto the Vulcan, and if they start attacking him, he cannot kill them anymore. Just because of the absorption module. Yeah, quite nice. Maybe the Tarantula will even get some XP here. Not quite. But the steel bolts did get their XP for sure. Yep, there we go. Double upgrades. And intense training and photon coating. Photon coating is actually big. Very big. Intense training. Also decently strong. I think I'd rather have the photon, to be honest. Okay, where do we not want to see a rhino? Most likely in my backside here. I think I will just drop a missile in that case. If he appears there, we can slow him down. If he doesn't, I have a security feature for air stuff. But I think he sells this, right? Yeah, rhino sold already. Ah, look at that. He goes for EMP. I already have the photon coating. And he did not enjoy his missile shrekking his units. Okay. So the funny thing is that the this still dies to the Tarantula later. So those units are still dead units, no matter how much he stacks there. And he goes for Scorch. Interesting. Now the downside is I do need some more units in front here, so the hacker doesn't connect to my steel bolts as fast. But other than that, I think we are fine. But my comp is very weak to hacker, I have to admit that. Was probably a good idea to get it out. But for the most part, it was more a problem of the EMP hitting me. And everything else is due to chuff reasons, most likely. Yeah, that was a bad turn to be a Tarantula. I like that one, though. An untagged hacker does the job here because of the steel bolts. Phantom Ray, Typhoon, Wasp, Firebadger. Wasp is pretty good here. Phantom Rays are okay at best, I would say. Could make the Phantom Rays work with the fire, actually. I think that's actually pretty funny. I think that might work. It's a little bit difficult to do. This is another one of these do not do this at home. I'm just experimenting here. That might backfire pretty badly. Maybe a little bit overkill with the Phantom Ray oil and this one, but that's okay. I just wanted to make sure that the oil does land this turn. And that's it. And now we have an air unit that can deal with the hacker as well. Oh, he put some wasp into my flank. That's quite annoying, actually. Oh, the Phantom Ray doesn't make it. God damn it. So he sells 1 and he has jump drive 2. Oh, he doesn't even get the shield here. That's really, really bad. Also, don't know why the units are not moving forward, because the wasp is not even close to the steel ball here. That's a bit odd, I have to say. Okay, mass produce wasp. Not really the greatest in this case. Now, photon coating could work. Efficient tech research, I think, is pretty meh. Yeah, I think the photon coating is fine. I'll deploy that about here. Do we respect the wasp? Not sure about that one. I could, but he also has Mustangs on the board already. So it's not really the greatest idea, I think. I think I will respect them by deploying a Farseer. But not much else. And then I will beacon some cross around here. Yeah, looks like I was correct on that one. Oh, might actually still get the tower. Holy smokes, look at that. Incredible damage on the wasp there. And that's actually quite sad, because I wanted to see what happens with the front line here. And this is just the cheese turn. That doesn't really tell me much other than jump drive was pretty OP because of the level 3 actually. Yeah, I'm not sure if we are losing or winning this one. This is quite hard to say actually. I will argue though that it looks like we are currently winning that if that wasn't for the entire wasp cheese there. That much I can say. But yeah, I did not expect the random redeploy just go straight through. But the Farseer does have a very low fire rate now, so I think it makes sense that this is happening. You also clicked Missile Interceptor. That one I don't really get, because the Phantom will drop their payload no matter what he pressed. That's a little bit weird. Okay. I will missile that. And then I will add another missile in the middle in case he cheeses there again. Do we need any upgrades per se? I mean, I would like mech rage on the tarantulas, but it's a little bit scary. Get a second crawler in here. We want absorption. I don't think so, but I think we do want speed. And we might as well drop another crawler. Interception device. It goes double Vulcan now, okay. Looks like we prevented all the cheese, so now we can finally watch the frontline game here. Ah, one Steelball got caught by the hacker. Hacker does survive the missile assault, but doesn't survive this tarantula. Steelball actually does make it into the tower, just a little bit too late, but you know, it did work. And my shield survives, look at that. Very juicy. Okay, can we make a play here? I think we can. Oh, it's melting points, damn it. Do we just do it anyway? Because the melting point is not really good in this situation. I hope he's not gonna pick it. Because this is gonna be a 10 out of 10 meme if we can pull it off. Why is there so many freaking crawlers here? Very weird place. Because of the wasp? Maybe. Okay, so the plan here is we do... Ah, he doesn't fit. Okay, he does fit. He just needs to be a little bit more forward. Do we just want him in the front altogether? Plating for sure. Missile that side here. Missile this side here. And this one. Okay. And my music just has died. Hold up, hold up. Alright. Here we go. See what the Vulcan, the mountain can do against the Vulcan. He goes for the melting point. I don't get this. This was a terrible play this turn. And he still does it. Maybe the mountain can actually survive with the mountain plating against the melting point. Because his damage is reduced. Okay, cheese was dealt with. So this is a mountain assault versus a bunch of dudes. Oh, actually the mountain has more range than the steel balls. So I guess it's not tanking very much. Okay. I mean, he is tanking the melting points. Yep, looks good. Finally time for a mountain. Look at that. GG's. I have to be honest, I have no idea why he didn't commit more to the hackers. I think the hacker did the most damage this game by far, while having 0 upgrades. And then this Mustang stuff. I mean, technically there was a wasp drop that turn, but I'm not really convinced that the wasp was that big of a deal. Yeah, we'll see. Alright. Bronze. It's just a season pass. It's not really relevant other than cosmetics, of course. Cosmetics are very important. I think I played against this guy before. Like a few days ago. I can't quite remember, but I do remember seeing the piggy. So it's either in the tournament or it's in a few days ago, maybe. Okay. Could go for a Firebadger spec, but I don't like Firebadger with Arclight. Rhino spec. Or Giant spec, and we can meme some mountains. I think I'd rather have the Giant spec here. Always interesting to play with. Quick supply. Ooh. Looks like there's gonna be some weird stuff coming next turn. Maybe even air cheese. Who knows? You want crawlers here? Don't really have anything against the fangs here. I think I will go straight up for arclights here. Or do we? Nah. I mean, we are giant specs, so that doesn't really make any sense for me this turn. Oof. Fangs? Nah. I think I want my crawlers. And I will stagger the Void Eyes a little bit. Because we might need those for later EMP shenanigans. Actually, even broader if I can. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7. Like so. Okay. Stormcaller still 1. Okay. I should have expected nothing else from a 201 player. Stormcallers with quick supply. Okay. Now for now we don't really have a good answer to the fangs. So Chamas are pretty awful against that. But maybe we can get the Void Eyes to connect onto the sledges. This is actually exactly what they want to do. And this looks like a pretty decent turn against the quick supply turn 1. And he also showed his entire battle strategy as well. Yeah. Okay, so we can counter this with our own Stormcallers, no problem. Some steel balls. I mean, I could go for mass-produced sandworm meme. Damn. That would be awesome. Do we do that? I mean, I'm giant spec even. Also, intensive training is very good for a level 2 worm. That would also work. Yeah, sure. I rarely get to play this, so at least, you know. Gotta try it out. Where do we get that one? Maybe on the side here? He took nothing. Ah, he goes for the cheese. This guy is a real cheese lord with jump drive even. Okay, I like that. So he has one deployer less. Otherwise he has to use jump drive. Now, the thing I don't like is that our worm is exposed here while the tower debuff is going, and that is gonna be painful. But the worm is just a distraction. It's not really the carry, so to speak. It's just the carrier for good techs. Might actually level this turn if this continues. I guess he needs a lot of XP to work. Phoenix did not level. Missile strike, additional deployment, and power system. I think the missile strike is still worth taking here. Because it has so many juicy targets. I will completely ignore the Phoenix because I want to play my memes here. But I will respect the Phoenix by deploying a Fang unit. On the wrong side too. Actually, I might get punished by Missile Strike myself here. Myself. What the hell? Um... This is not good. No, I think we will go for a distraction crawler instead. Keep the worms here, and I guess I can invest into a missile, right? He jump drives them. Yeah, okay. That's absolutely fine with me too. He went for the additional deployment slot instead. Okay, so he's playing super greed here. So the good thing is the Phoenixes are very, very fast now. So they're going to the front line rather quickly, which means we can catch them with our own techs. And they do not touch the Sandworm until the Sandworm goes forward. And if he ever clicks the charge shot to deal with my worms, he's even more screwed because he's so far forward. Yep, so we're losing to anti due to not having anti-air, but other than that we are pretty golden. Double upgrade on the Phoenixes though. Not good. Mustangs here for the Phoenix answer and also for the Fangs and also for the Stormcallers, so sounds good. They are not that good into Tarantula, but I think that's okay. Let's get some flank protection with the Mustangs. I will play around a missile here. And other than that is another worm. Yet again. Does he have EMEC on the Phoenixes? He does not. That's nice. Where do we want worms? Maybe over here? Okay, let's see if he picks up the Mustangs as well. No, he picks the Tarantula. Okay. Tarantula can be dealt with the worms, just a little bit more forward. And the Mustangs will do their job no matter what, because we don't have anything to kill the Fangs with. And now the Mustangs will prevent the worm from getting stuck to Fangs. Whereas the worm will tank against the Tarantula. And then the mini wormlets show up, and then the Phoenixes are already too far forward to do anything against this. Look at these. Lava everywhere. That's the problem with the worms. They are not very expensive, and now they are very, very annoying because they keep producing chaff. Underground thread and steel ball. I think I like the steel ball, because that means I can get another worm with some additional annoyance. Upgrade the Mustangs. We still beacon the sideways. Now what I could also do is just drop some Stormcallers myself. But where's the fun in that, right? What we actually need to do is drop more worms. I hope we get another mobile beacon down. That would be very fun. Ah, Overlord. Okay. I mean, Overlord into level 3 Mustangs already being on the board sounds pretty bad for him. And also, the Overlord does not kill these sandworms very quickly because of mech division. It's good against Replicate, but so-so, I would say. But yeah, I think we can deal with this threat with the Mustangs. He has carry tags and mothership. So no cheese possible for him. It's just a normal Overlord, so to say. This is what I mean. I didn't even know about the Overlord, and he's already losing the round with the normal Mustangs on board without anything else. And now we have steel ball production on this sandworm, which makes it even more annoying because it keeps producing stuff. And even the cheap sandworms do deal full damage. They actually deal more damage than necessary. Ooh, even marksman. I think I can actually go for some marksman here because they do quite well against the rest of the stuff. Where do we missile? Oh, he actually sold out of the Stormcaller to make this happen. This is really weird deploys here. I think I will still try to hit this one. And then we do a bunch of marksman deploys on this side because there's no protection against them. I think I won't hit the anti-air upgrade this turn. Maybe later. We will add some more crawlers. Can even make some splits here. Yeah, this one doesn't split because it's honing in on that one. And then these crawlers will just run across. Marksman can get range immediately. Might be an oil round here. No oil? Okay. And he goes Ignite on the Fangs. Okay. He even got the Phoenix because he doesn't have the second, the first health upgrade. It's actually quite funny. What did he take? A Sabertooth. Okay. Now, a Sabertooth has the exact same problem as the Overlord. It's not very efficient at clearing the lava. And the whole point of the mass worm deployments is getting out tons of lava. And look at that. There's still a ton of lava on the board and the Sabertooth is toast. So that was not the answer. GG. Yeah. Goes to show you, mass-produced worms, highly recommend. Especially on Giant Spec, because Giant Spec means we don't even have to invest into them. So we're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 worms out, which means 500 less cost and also 200 less to unlock. And then for a 100 upgrade, we get all these 5 worms, another 4 dudes that they spawn. Yeah, but the Overlord cannot handle this at all. It's not possible. Which is why I was taking the Mustangs there in the first place. So he cheesed himself out of the game with the Phoenixes and then deployed units that also get countered. Okay. The Battle Rooster. Interesting. Another Rooster. I think there's 3 Roosters in the game already. I'm pretty sure about that one. And I don't think this is the actual Rooster, because I'm pretty sure that guy is always playing in tournaments, so it does not make much sense. Do we go for area spec? Do we go for course control? We could spam Stormcallers here with the cheaper launcher overload. Sure. Also a good spec for mountains. Typhoon spec on Steel Ball Aggression. This is, I think, a very nice pack, by the way. It has so much HP. Steel Balls are one of the most annoying units in the game. Do we go for ASIM defense again? Maybe. Yeah. Kind of hard to say. I think I will stick to middle deploys, pretty much. And do we deploy anything funky this turn? I mean, there's not really a good unit against steel balls in general. So I think I will keep my money for now. We could actually hit the attack button instead. I'll do something like this, and then we'll see next turn. Yeah, it's aggression, so we can go for our plan. He does have armor, does not have suck on the balls. Okay, so we could actually outball him if we want to. Typhoon spec on him. So about Typhoons we have to play around as always. Looks nice. The balls are getting stuck. And that means the round is over. This is where the hounds are actually quite nice. They're like mini sledgehammers. Just more efficient in turn 1 here. They will fall off later for sure, but for now they're actually very good. Ew. This is all very bad for me. Intense training too. I think I will bust out a proper defense unit this turn. The unfortunate part is I'm not able to get it upgraded this turn. But I will keep the upgrade around for later. He also goes for a Wraith. Interesting. I'm not sure who that actually favors. Might be me, because I'm in a defensive position. And Steel Balls are very, very bad into Wraith in general. Because of the upgrades. Oh, he does not have the degeneration beam. That's actually quite bad for him then. Yeah, Wraith does win that round. Ooh, Vulcan. Vulcan, Raiden. Raiden is pretty good actually against the majority here. Marksmen are okay. Rhinos are fine for cheese, I guess. I think I would like the Raiden here. So it's very good against the steel balls. And we already have the Wraith on Chaff clearing duty. That crawler here back here is actually quite nasty. I don't like that one. I think I will actually respect it. I can deal with that one later. I think we don't need to do it this turn. But I think I want another wave a little bit delayed. Because there might be cheese coming up on this side now. Yep, he's already setting up. More waves. I think I like that because wave mirror favors me. And he goes for the marksman, so he does actually have anti-air. So I'm not sure if I want to keep the Raiden around, but I guess for this turn it's very good because it keeps killing those Wraiths now. And then the marksmen are just dead to everything else. I might actually give this Wraith a good amount of XP. Not really. Not really. And marksmen are not the greatest in this aggressive scenarios. I actually level up on the Raiden too. I think absorption is a must pick on a Wraith. It's gonna be very, very annoying for him to deal with. Not really sure what to do about that crawler there. If I deploy something, it's not gonna get to them. I think I want range for sure. Then we might need some things here to back this up. Yeah, these crawlers here are not doing anything on that side. They will just run over. And if there is something coming up here, they will at least tank a little bit. I kind of hard to say. I would also like some crawlers in the middle here. Because these here will run to the arc light, and that's not good. Also goes for Wraith range and goes for anti-air on the marksman, okay? Because this crawler here is a really nice position. I really like that one. I have to keep that one in mind for later. You can see here the level 3 Wraith is super annoying even for the marksman because it keeps regenerating health. And that means it's rather tanky. But they do take care of it for now because we are running out of chuff with the Wraiths not being able to kill these front units fast enough. Wasp Bomb is very nice here. Very good against marksman. Could also go for an EMP blast. But I think I would like to occupy some marksmen. Get some tempo going. And since it's a Wasp turn, I will actually also deploy... Actually, no. Let's not do that. Or can we? I mean, we could beat the Wraith with Wasp, technically speaking. I think I will just try to invest into the Wraith, because I very rarely do use these units. So I think it's actually quite a good learning experience here to deal with those. Do I care about a Wasp drop here? Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. Okay, he Wasp drops himself, and he goes for floating artillery. Okay, so he is super invested into the whole Wraith idea. I think the Wasp drop was still decent because it's gonna occupy that marksman for a little bit. And that's nice to have. Whoops. Sorry about that one. Okay, so we are decking DPS here and he has the marksman to kill me. So that's quite bad. We are not really losing by a lot, but we do lose every time. And that's gonna add up in damage. So we need to be a little bit careful here. Phoenix is a very good option here. Because it will kill the big waves faster. Also could go for melting point. And void eyes. I don't have the correct void eyes text to make them work, unfortunately. I would argue the Phoenix is probably the best pick here. Because we get to kill the big waves a little bit quicker. I think I will sell out of the Raiden now. It's not dealing enough damage. We'll also go 8-gun just like he did. One more Wraith here to stop this tower cheese from happening. And then this one will get an upgrade. I will actually loan for this and give us a second unit of late chuff. Wow. Mars waves everywhere. That's quite funky. Oh, he actually plays around the Phoenixes. I was thinking maybe you should add a Phoenix flank, but he did actually play around that one. I like it. Look at this wave, by the way. Oh, he died. Maybe I should have upgraded this one just to make it the super tank, because it has the absorption module. It's very, very efficient. Yeah, maybe that was a correct idea. But for now we are lacking just raw damage output, I think. He's killing my stuff way, way faster than I do, actually. To figure out what is happening here on the front. I mean, he has some fangs, but it's not really that big amount that it should matter. I think it's just that the Wraiths he has are more efficient. And he also has the marksman, obviously. So this could actually be a game where we add some Void Eye cheese, right? I think I will go for one more round of Phoenix, because we already invested into them. The missile, that one. Defense upgrade for sure, because we already have the necessary stuff to make them work. I think this one is a missile here, because there's not that much chaff. Yeah, we'll see if we actually survive this turn. EMP on the marksman, okay. So this is gonna be a photon coating battle then. Yeah, my front line is disappearing in like milliseconds. The Phoenixes do not get to shoot anything before the Wraiths already kill my Wraiths. Not sure about the chaff deployments there. There's something wrong with the amount of chaff clearage. I mean, it's Wraiths, of course. They are doing a lot of chaff clearing, but shouldn't do as much. Yeah, melting points. That's not good for me. Volcano. I think I should have went with the Wasp plan. That was probably the way more interesting play. But this turn is going to be very, very tricky. I think Steel Ball's probably the play. Could try to make them tank a little bit here. And other than that, I think we have to go for a big boy again. Question is, which one? Probably the original one. Yeah, I like this one. This is a good situation to test it out. He's obviously gonna die because of the EMP effect on the marksman. But I want to see how far can we take him. Oh, no, my crawler. I wanted to protect him at least for one turn. Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. The problem is that the melting point dropped on the same turn, so it's not going to be a very good play either way. It's still a big guy, don't get me wrong, but I think we are still lacking Chuff Clear, right? Yeah, we can't kill the Fangs and whatnot. I think I have too many crawlers in this matchup. I think you need mass Fangs, so the Wraith keeps shooting at Chuff and not my crawlers running in too fast. Was the incorrect play here for sure. But that wasn't the issue in the first place. I think the game was a long time over beforehand. Because this only works if you have photon coating, and if you invest into EMP, you need photon coating even for the mountain. I do not run photon coating at the moment. Could have maybe worked if I put it in the back line, right? Actually, I didn't think about that play. Let's see if that makes any difference. Because the marksmen and whatnot are very, very over-teched into killing other units. Skip. I mean, it was still terrible into a Melta round, but, you know, what can you do? So I will try... and see if we can make it work. So we go for the mountain still. Also go for a elite recruit most likely. So we could do anti-air. We could go extended range. We could go saturation bombardment. Yes, 120 range. What do you mean with heavy phoenix? Because we can't deploy more phoenixes. That will not work. He has way more chuff in the front than I do. Where could we... I wonder if we can actually make an extended range play here. Never done that one before. Because it's really... the air upgrade was just too expensive most of the time. T-Ball's a little bit later for sure. I think my waves were also a little bit too far backwards. They weren't engaging soon enough. I think if you want to keep the Wraith plan going, we needed Wasp And that wasp should have been teched 2 rounds before. I'm just looking here to see if the mountain can clear the waves. Looks like he can. I will die to the melter no matter what we do. That's the only problem here. Because the unit drop was terrible for a mountain. I mean, it did kill the level 2 waves there. So I guess it has enough damage on level 2 to deal with the units at hand. But it's by no way a solution to anything on this board. Yeah, if I didn't invest into the Phoenixes, I could have gone for Melta this turn. That would have been very nice. But I think the Melta loses to EMP here no matter what we do. So if we actually want to play Melting Point into this, we do need better tech setup. Can I actually get photon coating out? I cannot. I don't have photon coating on the boats. Okay, so I was not able to win there anyway. So one more. This time with the next giant at hand. Which is a weather balloon play. Which I really don't think should work here. What do I have on the weather balloons? I have swarm missiles, which is okay here. I have wreckage recycling, which is also okay, but very bad into marksman. Even with range upgrade, we do not fight the marksman very well. So we could get a level 2 out if we want to, but we don't have any upgrades. And then I guess with photon coating we do. Because photon coating is dirt cheap. We still don't have enough money to make anything work. Does wreckage recycling actually make such a difference here? I think it might. Do we get instant targeted by EMP and lose our photon? That's also an interesting question. No, we do photon before the EMP. But I think the Abyss cannot tank the big marksman here. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to try it out if the photon does actually activate before the EMP hits them. But it does not. Yeah. The problem was the Phoenixes in the first place. I think the Phoenix play was terrible into this. Because the unit drop that was given that turn could have been turned into a Wasp deploy, and Wasp can beat anything, especially if it's a mass Wraith strategy. Yeah, we have a chaff clear problem, but that's just due to the Wraith. The Wraith was the issue. I think we can kill him here with a Vulcan Firebomb play, for example. Vulcan was offered in the unit drops. That could have worked. And also the Wasp play could have worked, because Wasp does hard counter the marksman. Nothing he can do about that. And actually, he got a survival mode player. Nice. The marksmen are my main problem there. And Wasp with upgrades can beat the Wraiths, no problem. So if anything, I should have gone for EMP, but I don't have EMP on my marksman. So if I have any problem with Wraith, I think the Farseer is actually the right call there. Farseer spec would deal with that quite nicely. But I wanted to try the Wraith anyway. I usually don't like playing them, but, you know, always try out new stuff. Can go for area with Marksman? Sure. I need to play this pack more often and see how it works. Never do that one. I don't like having packs low on chaff, but sometimes it does work. Mustang with Amplify. Okay, this is an Amplify enjoyer. Interesting. What do we want against that? Probably Arclights even. Probably gonna go aggressive on one side if I want to wager a guess. Outside Marksman? Yes, outside Marksman, okay. Probably over here. Because Marksmen are not relevant in this kind of matchup anyway. So might as well drop them a little bit further. Yeah, he goes for ASIM. This is kind of boring because we have to play the same game as we always do against Mustangs. You need to have Arclights and or Mustangs, and this all dies to those two units. The only reason why I'm deploying here with the Arclights is because I want something to deal with the Hounds, because they have Incendiary and Fire Extinguisher, so they are actually quite capable of dealing with Vulcan Fire. So we need the raw firepower of the Arclights here. This is one of the worst openers to have against the Marksman here. He did not put 2 items on the Mustangs? Now that one I don't agree with. He actually puts 2 on the dogs and 1 on the Mustang. I think the Mustang has to have the other item. Actually, he gets his reward because he will put a laser sight onto that boy. I will also take the laser sight, I guess. Now, since we are area spec, we are very sad about the Mustang situation because our units are very bad into Mustangs for now. We can only make a Abyss switch later. I guess I can go for a Phantom Ray. Do we drop another Arclight? Sure. But if I don't get anything out of my spec, we are pretty dead here. I will actually try to stop this one. Ooh. Rhino aggression too. Interesting. Okay, that's nice. So we get a free tower here because he was too lazy to defend that. And we also delete 2 units with that play with the missile. It's nice because the Rhino doesn't do anything this turn. And our Arclights will get some XP. We just need a lot of Arclight killing power here. Yeah, good Phantom Ray deploy. Sandworm. I actually do like sandworms in this situation, because we do have armor enhancement and whatnot. He might go for the Phoenix here. Even the Void Eyes are decent, because it's 3 of them. I think I will keep the Sandworm. I like Sandworms. I might deploy a Mustang here to deal with those. Okay, do we have more cheese strategies that we want to use? Not really, not for now at least. Because we already showed our hand. I think we have to deploy Chuff here, otherwise we have a huge problem later. And we will hit the Arclight range too, because I do need Arclights in this matchup, pretty much. Yeah, sure. Ah, I guess for the Worm as well. Even then, the Worm is a good play, because it's gonna keep him occupied. And he sends Fangs to deal with the Phantom Ray. That's very greedy. Actually, the Worm does kill the Rhino outright. That's nice. Unfortunately, we cannot deal with the Worm, but his Worm cannot deal with my Chuff. Oh, it was so close. Look at that. Could be a nice game for a rapid-fire marksman test. Poor Phantom Rays don't get the tower in time. Oh well. Against the Worm, the Phantom Rays are actually quite nice. They're just on the wrong side of the map. Oh, look at that Worm. God dang it. Very close. Elite Hacker is okay, but not great against this kind of comp. Battleship is neither. Sub-Marksman is actually nice if we want to go for the spam strategy, but I mean, he's not investing into much more Hounds anyway. So that's kind of pointless. I think I like the shield here. We'll buy our Arclights a little bit more time. I think I will sell out of the side here. I think I will just try to brute force Arclights here, because the Arclights are very good, they just don't have the levels yet. And I will just attempt to get some on the field here. Other than that, it's oil. And attack. He goes for shields, okay. That's fine with me. And attacks on the Mustangs. And also a Phoenix, okay. I guess this side did its job, because the Phantom Rays distracted him long enough. Now we're both terrible at taking out each other's shields. But the Rhino is actually quite annoying, because it's very good against the Worm. It has good amount of DPS. So I do need some more burst damage here in order to deal with that. But the range on the Arclights and whatnot does a good job here of killing those Mustangs. And they will even take down the shield, because we do have some marksmen in the back here. But the Worm is staying annoying. Yeah, that was a solo win by the Worm actually. Okay, so I do need to invest something here. Just a DPS unit. To get rid of the Sandworm and the Rhino. Oh, actually Absorption Module. Really, really strong. Okay, Arclights do get their upgrades here. That's very nice. Can we outworm the Worm? I don't think so. I think we have too little damage for now. But we might be able to do it with a steel ball added. And we can deploy a bunch of fangs here to try and stall out the worms in general. We upgrade the sledgehammer? I think so. It's a pretty good unit here in the front. Do we upgrade the worm here? I think we do. I think I want to go into worm, so I just can't deal with a level 2 worm with absorption without steel balls. That's why I'm deploying them. And he also goes into more worms, so I guess we have to do some counter wormage and then steel ball with range. Ah, he got him. That was unfortunate. The steel balls did not connect anywhere close. So the level 1 worm here is absolutely fine, it's just the level 2 worm that is a problem. Could also go for a melting point, because he doesn't have anything on the board that beats this. And the Arclights are carrying hard if as soon as we deal with the worm. Because the Arclights do power level on those Mustangs. So the armor upgrade, I think, was a big problem. Whoops. No matter though, we do have the big Kahuna play. More Arclights. Two melting points. And we do add more fangs. I think I will keep the steel bolts around for a round, but they're probably not very useful soon. And then we will add Ignite, because Ignite does prevent healing on the worm. And does a decent amount of damage too if we get to connect. Even marksmen can get their upgrades here. Can I missile the rhino? I do wonder. Maybe like so? Ah, there's another sandworm. Never mind. I did not expect that into a melting point drop though. That's very dangerous for him. Okay, so against the small larvae, we do need some more damage. Now, lucky for us, the melting point does have multi-melter as an option. He does have EMP? Oh, on the Farseer MP. Okay, okay. I get it. Farseer EMP is actually quite nice here for him. Would have loved to have a Vulcan. Vulcans would be so nice here, because all this relies on entirely onto the Mustangs. The Mustangs are the big deal here. And he also has the loose crawlers. Okay. There comes the solution to those problems. Let's shield up here. I guess this is the Steeple cell turn. Could go for Elite Marksman, but it's really ineffective, I think. The upgrade is very expensive for what it does. Let's just send more crawlers here. I think one more melter is probably appropriate here. Oh, did not manage to click it. My bad. See, I would have deployed something here. It's fine. We do die to a lot of cheese here, so I don't think that's such a big deal. Oh, we actually pressed the Hound Fire Clearer right away. Interesting. I like that one. That was a good preventive play. I think I should have hit the energy absorption. I think that would have been a good play. But I already had the absorption module, so I didn't want to double down on the same thing. But that wasn't the issue. The issue was I didn't protect my flank on this side. Should have deployed the tower upgrade at least on this one. But yeah, the loose crawler was too much for the Arclights. Arclights suck against loose crawlers in general. So this is where the Vulcan would have been really nice. I think Vulcan Melta does defend this quite easily, actually. Even on the other side. But it's fine. Alright. So, short stream today, and it's gonna be it for me for today. Feel free to subscribe if you did enjoy, or follow on Twitch. I will be back on Saturday, most likely.